Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce RTX 5090 in Killing Floor 3. This one is the Founders Edition model of the card. I'm running it with the latest Nvidia drivers and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power Ups GPU-Z, and over on the left I'm pairing it with a Ryzen 7 9800X 3D and 32GB of RAM. Let's get into it, shall we? And here we have it, guys. It's getting 60-ish frames per second, which is not really that impressive, is it? With these graphics, at least. It doesn't look bad, though. We're playing here at 4K resolution using the Ultra settings, so maxed out settings everywhere. Lumen is enabled, extremely intensive stuff there. And we're using DLAA with DLSS4 override in the Nvidia app as well. And it looks super sharp, very clean indeed, but I don't think the graphics to performance ratio is good at all. Like, it leaves a lot to be desired, right? This is a 5090, it's the best consumer GPU in the market, and it's already dropping from 60 FPS at 4K native with these graphics. I mean, if this had groundbreaking graphics, sure, I guess it would be excusable. Still, it would be very hard to excuse, though, because this is a very expensive GPU, you know? But it doesn't, guys. Look at the graphics right now. This is maximum settings. Maximum settings with Lumen enabled. And here in this map, which is one of the most intensive maps in the game, it's dropping into the 40s. Look at that. Holy crap, right? This is pretty crazy, and I've already seen it dropping into the 30s as well. Now, we do have DLSS4, as I told you. I overrode it in the Nvidia app, and that looks really good on performance mode, especially at 4K resolution, and then it will look pretty much the same. Oh boy, they're behind us. Come on. It will look pretty much the same as native resolution here at 4K, while performing a heck of a lot better, of course, with smooth frame rates, great visuals. But still, who would have thought, like 10 years ago, that games in 2025 would look like this and perform like this on a beast GPU like a 5090, $3,000 or $2,000 GPU. Actually, they can be had for MSRP finally these days, right? But it's still super expensive of a card. It shouldn't be doing 40-ish frames per second sometimes in this game, right? With these graphics, at least. And it's a small map as well. Yeah, I guess there are plenty of zombies or mutants or whatever running around, and your friends as well, since it's multiplayer. But we've had more impressive games, technically speaking, in my opinion, since a long time ago, like 10 years ago. Like, look at The Witcher 3. It also has gore. You can cut off limbs off of the enemies and so on. And that's a big open world game that, in my opinion, still looks a little bit better than this. Look at these textures. I mean, come on. Again, guys, this is one of the most intensive maps, alright? It also has a bit of stuttering, as you saw. It's the first time that I'm playing in this particular map, though. So the second time around, the stutters will be a little bit less noticeable and happen less often as well. But once again, this is not excusable. This performance is trash for such an expensive GPU. And whenever you have a bigger horde coming at you, like, you see a ton of enemies right in front of you, you know. Now, let's see over here. It sometimes starts dropping into the 30s. It actually dropped to, yeah, 39. Look at that. See that? 38. This is crazy, dude. This is absolutely insane. Freaking UE5, right? Oh, my goodness. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and utilize performance DLSS right away here at 4K resolution, because this is exactly how I'd played this game. It's so much smoother instantly, right? And with DLSS4, once again, with that override in the Nvidia app, you need to do that because the version of DLSS built into the game isn't very good. It isn't the latest, and it actually is really soft. But as soon as you switch to the DLSS4 here, it looks insane with the performance mode at 4K resolution. So I would definitely suggest you to do this and use this. It's a little bit of a shame that this is internally 1080p resolution, and you need 1080p resolution to achieve high refresh rates here with a 5090. All right, but again, the visuals are still 4K, so the DLSS4 is really good. I really like to have it, and it kind of saves this game, you know. 120s, 110s, you know, it gets pretty stable FPS right now. 1% lows are always going to be pretty crappy because it's UE5, but overall it is a smooth experience and a very enjoyable one. And I actually played an entire mission previously before I started playing the game here while recording, and I played it with a 60 FPS lock, and it was a bit smoother in terms of stuttering as well. So the FPS locks also get rid of some of the stuttering issues in this game. So you can lock your FPS, and that's probably the best way to have better stability here in this title. Where did the other guy go? What the hell? Oh, there he is. What, he just teleported behind me? Oh, maybe I'm blind. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh, boy. Plenty of bastards over there. Let's kill them with a grenade. Oh, no. Okay. Nobody died there. All right. But everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Here we go. Oh, this is so much better than the 4060. Obviously, right? It's also like 10 times more expensive than the 4060, but whew. Lovely stuff. I am enjoying this a heck of a lot more here today than with the RTX 4060 yesterday, guys. That's for sure. Can we actually kill all of these bastards with the knife? Yes, we can. Ooh, look at the FPS dropping into the 60s. Jesus. All right, so if you get really close to them bastards, it starts dropping like crazy. Okay, so maybe don't use the knife, I guess. Yeah, that's a bad idea if you care about performance. Still, it's smooth. It doesn't really matter too much if you have a 5090, obviously. But yeah, again, it's a shame. This should be getting these FPS, in my opinion, at native resolution, not with performance DLSS. The game is just terribly optimized. But hey, at least by now, since we have loaded pretty much everything that there was to load here in this map, it's now playing pretty well. No stuttering anymore. Alright, wave is completed. So that's it for the performance DLSS. Let's see quality DLSS actually, alright? Since a lot of people don't really like performance, this is how I would play the game, once again. But quality DLSS is usually how I play games at 4K resolution with the RTX 5090 and 4090 as well, for that matter. Quality DLSS is applied now. We're getting lower FPS. The visuals are pretty much the same. Even like the shimmery shadows are the same as they were with performance DLSS. So look at these textures, dude. Come on. 2025 UE5 title, and it has these textures. Look at... Oh my god. Dude, are you kidding me? What is this? I'm pretty sure, once again, that the 10-year-old The Witcher 3 looks better than this. Maybe the lighting doesn't, because this has lumen, you know? And maybe the reflections don't, because lumen reflections are ray traced reflections. But still, like, so many aspects of this suck. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's kill these guys. Okay. Here we go. More bastards over there. Alright, 70s. Definitely not as smooth as it was before with performance DLSS, and again, in terms of visuals, it's pretty much the same thing, so I would go performance DLSS for sure. But if you prefer that quality DLSS, you can utilize it, of course. It doesn't seem to be dropping from 60 FPS, at least not yet. We need to go with the knife, though, to properly check for that. Here we go. Let's see. Alright, 70s. Come on. The knife is really powerful. Like, it's one-hit kill, right? In some of these bastards, at least. Alright. Here we go. I want to see, like, a horde in front of me. And then play with the knife. Okay, no. It is dropping. Look at that. Look at that. Quality DLSS at 4K resolution with a 5090. Drops into the 40s. Worst case scenario. Like, Do you need more examples of terrible optimization with UE5 here in this game? Because some people told me yesterday, no, you're only getting low FPS because you're playing with a 3-year-old RTX 4060. And now we're here with a 5090. With DLSS quality. And I bet those same people will tell me, oh, but 4K resolution, nobody plays at 4K resolution. So it's just an ever-ending argument. But come on, do you really think people are playing games with lowest settings and 1080p resolution with a 5090, spending $3,000 on a GPU to play at 1080p? Like, no, come on. Anyways, I digress here, my friends. It is a shame because the game is actually a lot of fun to play. I really like it. All right. Again, I was enjoying the game. I played an entire round previously before I started recording this video, and I had a lot of fun, especially with the lack of stuttering, with unlocked FPS. And right now, you know, at this point, it also doesn't really stutter by a whole lot. So it's pretty stable right now. But it sucks, like, look at this, 60-something FPS. Just looking in this direction for no reason. Why is it so intensive? What's so intensive about this little scene over here? Nothing. These maxed out settings, guys, and the fire effects look like that. They don't even reflect off of your gun, look at this. And Lumen is enabled. Lumen and ray tracing, super intensive stuff is enabled, yet we don't even have fire reflecting off of the weapons. I need to change the settings, or the DLSS actually, because I'm gonna go back to that performance DLSS and I'm gonna try it with frame generation next. Alright, 4 times frame generation, and here we're getting up into the 200s, 300s at times. The baseline FPS from performance DLSS are also really high. I usually don't like to utilize DLSS though in multiplayer shooters, but DLSS frame generation, that is, in multiplayer shooters, first-person shooters especially. But in this one, it's kind of needed, right? Oh wait, let's kill this guy. If you want to achieve super high FPS, that is. Oh boy, with high-end visuals at the same time. Well, high-end for the game, because it's maximum settings in the game, but it doesn't look like maximum settings in other games, especially 2025 games. Anyway, come on, let's go. Kill these bastards. Ooh boy, this is starting to get pretty chaotic here. Alright, anyway, I'm here running around with 300 FPS though, complaining about the performance, but obviously if you enable all of the bells and whistles here, with the ray tracings, the maximum settings, the DLSS performance plus multi-frame generation 4 times, it's going to be an absolute blast of an experience. Very high refresh rate one. In terms of input lag, I could notice a little bit of a difference coming from the non-frame generation testing, so native frames testing. Alright, that was a little bit more responsive, but you can get used to this input lag in a heartbeat, basically. I can actually bring that up, wait a second. Latency monitoring on the top right corner there, it's 20s. Oh, damn it, we died. 20 to 30 milliseconds here with the frame generation, so that's really low, okay? It works pretty well here. Also, well, we can see the latency without the frame generation next, so let's do that. I'm gonna disable it altogether, and without the frame generation enabled, we get down into the lower 20s, so 20 to 25 milliseconds without frame generation, and 30 to 35 milliseconds with frame generation 4 times, okay? Like the 2 times going to be a little bit lower, of course. 20 milliseconds of input lag there, and with the frame generation 2 times, I want to check that out as well, because I feel like this is going to be the best frame generation to utilize. Like 2 times is usually, oh my gosh, is usually the best in my opinion. And I like to use 2 times in most of my games, especially because I don't have a 240 Hz 4K monitor. But yeah, if you have a 240 Hz 4K monitor or like a 360 Hz 4K monitor, sure, 4 times frame generation is there for you to utilize. It's going to deliver really high FPS. But if you have like a 120 Hz 4K monitor or 144 Hz 4K monitor or even 165 Hz, 2 times is probably the way to go in most games, and this one is no exception. It's getting 200 FPS down into like the 150s at times, probably like 130s at the minimums. So it's going to be pretty good for your refresh rate, and there is going to be a little bit less input lag. First of all, it's 2. It's 2. Oh boy, 2 bosses here. This is going to be crazy. Okay, okay. Let's go. Throw grenades at him as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, you're not only going to have less input lag by playing the game with 2 times frame generation, as you can see there. Right now it's pretty high though, because things are happening on screen. But you also get less frame generation artifacting, which is pretty nice as well. And I was able to tell a little bit of artifacting with 4 times frame generation, but here with 2 times, I can't really tell, alright? It was just a little bit of ghosting, a little bit of motion blur with 4 times, and now it basically fixes all of it by playing with 2 times instead. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm here alone fighting this guy. Guys! Guys! He's behind us! He's behind us! Oh, I'm out of ammo. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible news. Alright, I need to go refill the ammo in this direction. Please don't follow me. Thank you. Wait, there are 3 impalers now. 3 bosses? You gotta be joking. Oh, this is sick, actually. I love it. Oh, boy. Alright, let's go. Stuttering still happening. Probably loading the boss attacks or something like that, since it's the first time that they have entered the game since we are playing. Oh my gosh. This doesn't have a lot of ammo, actually, on a single mag for an LMG anyways. 100 bullets would be so much better. Okay, 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 I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Getting hit from behind. Let's go, kill this one as well. Shoot the glowing things to get most damage out of him. Let's go. Look at that. Oh, this one's right behind us. Come on, come on. Oh boy. Oh boy. See, this is so chaotic. I really like it. I really like the gameplay. I think it's a pretty fun game to play with your friends and so on. But the performance is just trash once again. Like, if you are a native resolution gamer and you bought an RTX 5090 because you want native resolution in all of the games that you play, this is not going to be a very nice experience for you. Come on, let's go! So yeah, guys, I think this is a pretty good experience right now with the 2 times frame generation plus performance DLSS. I don't see any weirdness in the graphics, probably because it's too dark as well. It's a little bit harder to notice weirdness. But yeah, it works pretty well. It is now a high refresh rate experience at 4K resolution all the time. Still feels really responsive in terms of input lags with those 30-ish milliseconds right there. So I wouldn't have a problem recommending this right now. These graphics. I don't recommend you to buy the game in its current state, though, because I don't like to support developers that don't optimize their games and don't give a crap about optimization. I really don't like it. But hey, UE5 is UE5, and it's here once again, providing us with mediocre graphics and terrible performance. So, yeah, I think that's about it for this one, guys. I'm gonna leave it right there. I only tested 4K resolution here, but again, I think this is adequate for the RTX 5090, and you already know at this point that if you lower it down to 1440p or 1080p, it's going to be a flawless experience, even at native resolution, so no problems there. And about 8K gaming, yeah, I'm not gonna attempt that in this one. Alright, catch you in the next one. Love you all. Bye-bye.